everyone, it's Kai. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a brand new speed build video. I'm really excited for you guys to join me in this one because today we are going to be building a trailer home in Strangerville, and Strangerville is basically the world that came with the Strangerville pack. I think it's called Strangerville. I'm not too sure in terms of the world name, but today we are going to be building a trailer home in Strangerville, and the lot that we are building on is the only trailer lot in the world map when you view it. It is called, I think, Slip 52 or Slip 42. Either one of those, I'm not too sure, but you can always check it on the top left hand side of the screen. And today we are building a trailer for a single sim and their pet. So basically it is just a small home and in the trailer style, I believe. And I had a lot of fun building this build. The floor plan was easily to be configured, and also basically the whole concept, I was very intrigued by it. I really like how it turned out in the end, and I hope that you guys will like it too. If you want to download this build on the gallery, you can do so under my ID, which is simmerkhai. And be sure to follow me on the gallery if you want to check out my future builds and stuff like that. I also have a Patreon, which I will be linking down in the description box below if you want to download the tray files there. It is for an affordable rate for about $3 a month, so you can always check that out if you want to. I'm not too sure if you can hear that buzzing sound behind me. It is an aeroplane, which I didn't expect it to pass over my neighborhood. But other than that, I think the build is pretty much really cute, and do let me know what you guys think in the comments, of course, if you like this build or not. And overall, the concept, I really like it. Even though I rarely build trailer homes, I think this trailer home that I built for the first time is really nice. And it has also an artificial lawn that I pictured that, I was picturing in mind that when I see in movies, basically, I always see trailer homes with, or small homes with, like, artificial lawns, especially because this world is a hot world. And yeah, I thought that the artificial lawn would be the perfect thing for this house to bring it more to life. Because as you can see, it is quite a desert type of home, and behind the lot over here that we are building on is a series of huge canyons. And initially I wanted to do the roofing for this house to make it like an orange reddish color, but when I view it from the further side, it looks blended together with the canyon behind that. So I will be ending up changing the colors of the roof swatch to more of a muted gray or green color. But overall, I had this idea that the sim that lives here has this cute dog, maybe a chihuahua or something like that, and they live together and they do activities together. The sim that lives here is perfectly happy with how the house turned out, even though like the furniture of the house is kind of worn out because I use a lot of like old style furniture and also traditional ones, and I really like it, so I really hope that you guys will like it too. For the landscaping of this build, I didn't really landscape it that much. I just put in clumps of bushes everywhere with a couple of cactuses on it, and I also found those two palm trees, small palm trees with some light string around it, and I really like the design of that, so I decided to incorporate that. And I believe it is from base game. You can view it in either the debug menu or the main menu. I'm not too sure which part of the game it's from, but it's definitely base game. And for the landscaping, I basically just, like I said, put in clumps of grass everywhere with cactuses, and I also used those bushes that are from the debug menu of the Strangerville pack. Since this world that we are building in Strangerville, I thought that it would be logical for me to use stuff that is from the pack itself. But for the trailer also, the windows that I use that I really like are from Get Famous, and I kind of had this idea that in mind that it is sort of semi-modern. So I decided to use the mid-century modern style looking windows from the Get Famous pack, which I really think that suits this build. And we are starting off with furnishing this kitchen over here. The kitchen ends up being really nice. I had this idea in mind, like I said, that the furniture in this house is very outdated and also worn out. So I used the cabinets from the City Living pack, which you can find in the menu. It is on the first row, first thing that you see when you open the cabinets menu, and it is basically in the description. I think it says like contemporary cabinet in brackets used. There's one version of that, and the other one is like the newer version. So I used the worn out version because I wanted to fit in this theme, and I really like how the kitchen turned out, even though it is looking old. But I thought that the idea suits it very well, since I pictured that trailer homes should be also like stationary, and they don't really move anywhere for multiple years until maybe like they get scolded by the police or something to move their trailers. So I decided to just go with the flow and use the concept that is worn out in mind. But overall, I think the space is pretty much accessible. Even though I didn't playtest this build, I'm pretty sure that it's functional, because I made sure to like place the items so that they are not blocking each other. If it is, you just might have to move a bit of things here and there. But the kitchen over here is shared with the dining room, which is just a simple square table with 4 chairs around it. And there wasn't much space for me to add in a separate dining room. So I just decided to combine them together and, make it logical. Since it's a trailer home, it should be small and just space saving. So I just combined them together. But this trailer is also just consisting of 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. It is perfect for a single sim with a pet. And I really like the outcome. But over here is just going to be the living room. I didn't really go for a specific color scheme, although I intended to use the color yellow for the color scheme. I think the majority of the colors that you see here are yellow. Different shades of yellow, not necessarily like bright yellow, but there are different shades of yellow in it. And also I added in a couple of plants around the build so that it looks more lively. And it doesn't look too dry, because we are building in a desert theme world. I think the only desert theme world is this Strangerville one, and also the Oasis Springs one. But the Oasis Springs one is definitely like sort of the mid-century modern type of homes you can find over there. But for the Strangerville world, it is basically consisting of a lot of Victorian homes, if I'm not mistaken. I am not sure why that is, but I think it's beautiful either way. But over here is just going to be a bunch of clutter that I placed. I just wanted to fill in some spaces, so I used the side table that is from the Laundry Day stuff pack, which I really love. I think I use that a lot in my builds. And I just added in a ceiling fan so that the house looks more livelier and more cozier. And then over here is just going to be the small bathroom, which I just placed in the essentials. I wanted to fit in a fireplace over here, and I did end up doing so. And it's just a simple fireplace. And I also noticed that I just placed the exit logo on top of the living room. I really like the look of it, because I thought that the vibe that is a bit like weird and like misplaced suits very well with this trailer home, since it's worn out. But over here is just going to be the only bedroom in this house, which belongs to the sim. It only has a study table and also a pet bed next to the study table, since that is what fits. I pictured that the dog that lives here with the sim is a small size dog, since it is a small size space. So I thought that it would be perfect for the sim to have a small pet. And I pictured that the sim over here really isn't too much organized, so they just, live however they want. And also they don't really like decorations, so it is like simply decorated with like worn out furniture. But anyways, yeah, that is it for the furnishing of the house. And we are moving on to the exterior of the house, where we are starting off with the entryway over here. I did some square fencing on top of the roof so that it looks like it's shining through. But the artificial garden over here is just being decorated. I ended up using a lot of the lamps from the toddler stuff pack, and I figured that, this artificial garden should be very nice looking, because the furniture for the inside is pretty much worn out. So I decided to decorate the exterior more than the interior. And I was also inspired by Life is Strange, the series, to decorate this house also, because I think the vibes that I get from seeing and building this house is the same as the vibe that I get when I'm playing that game, and it is absolutely one of my favorite series in the whole wide world. But I really like the Life is Strange, the second one. I don't really like the first one. I don't know why. Maybe it's because too slow for me. But other than that, I think that is basically it for the video and Life is Strange. If you like that game, please let me know, and who your favorite character is down in the comments down below. But anyways, that will be it for me. I really hope that you guys will like this build. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and comment if you want to, and I hope to talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!